Test. Testicle. Chris's baby testicles.
What?
No, I'm doing plosives. I gotta check the test.
It's working.
Chris.
Yes.
No, shut up. Check. Okay, I'm good. All right. Do I sound different?
No, you sound the same.
Why are the microphones weird? Why are they so smelly?
I had to get them from heaven, and they searched me, so I had to be creative with them.
You had to put them up your butt?
Yes.
For the cavity? Oh,
Yes.
God. They smell awful, Chris.
I mean, wait.
These are terrible.
Well, you told-
We're gonna have to replace all 16 microphones that you stuck up your ass. How did you even fit that many up there?
You said to put the mics in the cavity. I thought that was implied.
Well, I'm missing like 50 feet of XLR cable. Is that still up there?
Yep, that's where it was.
All right, let's get started. I'll cut all this bullshit.
Yeah.
Ready? Hey, good morning from hell. It's me, Clayton.
And I'm Chris, and I'm dead, and my eternal punishment is to record this podcast where we interview everyone in hell.
Everybody in hell, and we're back, and we got a new theme song. Ooh, it sounds good. Doesn't it sound good, Chris?
It sounds delicious. That was a weird way to describe it.
I wouldn't describe sound as delicious. No, you're creeping the audience out already.
Sorry, I'm a little rusty. It's been over 2 years since we recorded.
That's right.
We were up in heaven
Well,
for a bit.
yeah. We'll just leave that in the past, okay? How about that, Chris? You know?
Well-
let's just do a reset, okay? You know, it's
Okay.
Good Morning from Hell. It's Chris. It's Clayton. We're interviewing everybody in hell. I got a secret mission.
What?
And then what?
You have a what?
What?
A secret mission?
I don't know what you're talking about. But hey, we're back. We're redder than ever. Am I right, Chris?
Yeah, you are red, and, I'm a bit sunburned. And
No. We are in the red. We are in debt.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that.
And we got a Patreon because we need money.
Yeah, not just your normal Patreon. We hate it.
Yeah, we're calling it Patreon. $6.66. That's the only tier we have, I think. Actually, you know what?
Yeah.
Chris, I'm going to make it an official order.
What?
We're going to add a $66.66 tier.
But why?
Well, because, people want to give us money. Whatever. They'll give us $60 more than $6.66.
Yeah, but there's no benefit to this.
There's no benefit at all. You get nothing different. You just spend $60 extra. What a deal.
I mean, if money's the root of all evil,
Hey.
maybe you have a better chance of getting to heaven.
There you go. We also got merch. But enough about that stuff, okay? I want to get back to the core of what this show is, and that's bringing on crazy guests that live down here in hell. And, we're restarting the podcast. We're starting a new business. I was like, we should get like someone that's like good at starting stuff, right? Like a founding father, huh?
Oh.
You following me?
Which one?
Guess.
Well, Hamilton.
No. Why would I pick Hamilton? He's got it like Lin-Manuel Miranda is gonna start rapping for us and stuff. The talk rap that everybody hates that they keep putting in Disney movies.
Fuck that guy.
Whoa, hey! Whoa, speaking of the devil, there he is, it's Ben Franklin!
Hey!
Benjamin.
How y'all
Franklin.
doing? Good to see you guys. What's going on?
Oh, Ben, chest bump, Ben, there we go.
Let me tell you something. I'm a Philly boy. I am not one of these Virginia fuckers. I cannot stand this heat, and the humidity is fucking brutal in this place, man.
Yeah, it's pretty hot. But hey, man, you do it well. You looking sweaty, you looking slick.
That's my look, man. I never went for the powdered wing thing, man. I always just rocked it natural. You know what I mean? I had the confidence. You got to project that.
Yeah, you had the skullet, bro. You had like bald, but long ass hair. It was a weird look, but hey, man, it worked for Hogan, worked for you.
I'm the original. I put the male in male pattern baldness, man. That was my thing.
Hell yeah, brother. Yeah.
Yeah. So you invented a lot of things, and including America.
Yeah.
Right. I mean,
Absolutely. America, Jesus,
Jesus.
ships, all of them. I invented everything. Name something. I'll tell you if I invented it or not.
Oh my God.
Vamping? Yeah, I invented that, man. That was me originally. I'm the one who did that.
That's awesome. That's so sick. Yeah, I mean, we just wanted to bring you on because, give us some tips, bro. Give us some pointers. Like, how do we start this thing? What do we do?
Yeah. How do we grow?
Yeah,
How
so
do we,
what do we do?
Guys, I've always been a progressive guy, right?
Sure.
I know you guys said founding father in the intro here. I prefer to think of myself as a founding daddy.
Nice.
Ben, a daddy has a different kind of like connotation than father.
Yeah, I'll say.
Chris, you making beef with Ben Franklin, founding daddy?
No,
What's the
no,
dealio, bro?
I just don't know if you know that it's like a sexual thing.
Do I know it's a sexual thing? I know it's a sexual thing, Chris.
Do you know who you're talking to? I mean, what were they printing in your history books, Chris? Do you know anything about Ben Franklin?
Well, yeah.
Clayton, give him the resume.
Founding daddy. Founding zaddy, all right? He, fucked his way through Europe. He fucked his way through France.
Hell yeah!
He, signed a bunch of bullshit, but who fucking cares? Because he had, 15 illegitimate kids.
Wait, so how many kids did you have? illegitimately?
Allegedly. Come on, let's go. Let's not go into that. There's only so many Benjamins to go around. Let's put it that way. Am I right, guys?
That's right.
Yeah.
I remember you having like a bunch of pseudonyms, which I thought was like sick. They're like alter egos, like Batman, Bruce Wayne, but you're like Poor Richard and like Silence Dogood. Like, what's up with that?
Yeah, I think a lot of those got lost to translation, honestly. Poor Richard actually started off as Broke Dick, because as you said, I banged my way across France, Wore out the equipment. Am I right, Clayton?
Oh, man, that pipe is leaking, but, it's still working strong.
Oh, man, the life of a diplomat back in the days, man, I gotta tell you. I lived the life, buddy. It was great.
So I just want to get some historical context. You were born in, I think, Boston, and then you went to London to be a diplomat, right?
Yeah.
How did you get into politics?
It's called playing both sides, Chris. There's always opportunity. Wherever there's conflict, there's opportunity, right? So you got the colonists. They're getting all fucking uppity, We're causing trouble because we're renegades. We're rebels, right?
Yeah.
So we go over to London, They're looking for a way out. They want a solution.
Yeah.
I go over there, grease some palms, talk some sweetness in some people's ears. It's a great fucking time. They think I'm on their side. Come back to the U.S. Fuck it. Guess what? Revolution.
Boom. There it was.
That's the way it works, pal.
It's like Sun Tzu couldn't even said it better himself. That guy's a pussy compared to you, bro.
Hey, bro, man.
It's awesome.
Yeah. I don't know who that is exactly, but yeah, I'm way better than that guy.
But I mean, you came back and you were like fired up with the spirit of freedom and starting American Revolution, right? I mean,
Yeah, blah, blah, blah.
well, it wasn't just about, having a good time, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, also, we had to throw off the fucking mantle of taxes, am I right? That was getting brutal. I mean, they were getting crazy. They were taking all of our money. Like, who's growing the tobacco in this relationship? That's us. Then they take all of our fucking money? No way, pal.
Yeah.
And of course, you throw in stuff like, liberty and free speech and all that stuff. But really, the taxes was the big deal, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Right. I mean, what's up with all that tea, Get it out of here. Throw it into the river. Who fucking cares?
Exactly. Thank you. Clayton understands. He gets it, man. You can't just listen. You can't charge people taxes for stuff they're using every single day, right? If you want people to operate in an efficient manner, you gotta give them the power to do what you fucking pay them to do, what you send them halfway across the world to do. Am I right? Leave us the fuck alone.
That's right. He's like the OG sovereign citizen, right?
That's exactly right. Thank you, Clayton.
So I guess it's like you came back to America after being a London diplomat. What did you do to start the revolution? Like, how did you get everyone all fired up?
Listen, a lot of things got cut. We all got in this room. It was sweaty as hell. Everybody wanted to get the hell out of there by 3 o'clock every day. So, some things get lost. Me personally, I feel like they left a lot of my best material on the table. You talk about the revolution. Sexual revolution. That's what I was pushing for. Right? We talk about freedom. I'm talking laissez-faire, right? I'm talking about sexual freedom, free love. That's the free I'm talking about.
I did hear a rumor. I heard that the United States was originally supposed to be like the first nudist country. Like, enforced by law, everyone's swinging dick and booby.
You're exactly right, Clayton. No clothes. No morals. This religion stuff, get the fuck out of here with that. We crossed half of a fucking ocean in order to get over here to get away from religion. And now we're going to put it back into our documents? Get the hell out of here. No way. I wanted to get that stuff out. Immediately out. Immediately.
Yeah. You know what? I heard something that really pissed me off the other day. Oh, it boiled my blood, even more than usual. So whenever you look at a painting of you, like you're signing the Declaration of Independence or you're at some fucking fancy schmancy meeting with powdered wigs, I heard you were naked at every one of those meetings and they painted clothes on you, bro. Can you believe that?
It's a fucking tragedy. That's all I gotta say. It's a tragedy. Hey, look, if you could rock this bod with confidence, right? I'm as doughy as they come.
Yeah.
I got a nice, clean scalp,
Yep.
long hair on the sides. If I'm rocking that with confidence, how can you possibly paint a fucking half knickers on me, a little bodice, and a powdered wig? Who are you? Who are you?
Travesty.
Who do you think you are?
Travesty.
You could do that to me? Give me a break.
Wild. They just didn't want to show your third leg, am I right?
That's exactly right, Clayton. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
They did not want to show poor Richard.
Oh, so that's
That's where the name comes from. Yeah.
yeah. So the phrase "an apple day keeps a doctor away." That was you, right?
Absolutely. That's a banger. Listen, you guys got social media today. We did not have that back in the day. We did not have that kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know what we had? Pamphlets. Thomas Paine, he kicked ass at the pamphlets. I got to admit, he was great at it, right?
Yeah.
You got a printing press and a reef of paper. You were a fucking king back in those days. We were the original influencers. Apple a day keeps the doctor away. Floating keys on kites. I don't even know what I was trying to do that day. I was just trying to keep my kid busy that day.
Yeah, so what was up with that key thing? You know, you were out in the storm and you're flying a kite and it's got like a key on it or something? Like,
It was a scientific experiment, about electricity.
Science, what is that? Ben, tell us what was going on. What was happening on that day?
All right, here's the deal, right? We all wanted electricity. We didn't know how to get it. There's lightning in the sky. I figure I got to harness this in some way.
Okay.
So I thought, what attracts lightning?
Uh-huh.
Trees, right?
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm following.
What's a kite made out of? Made out of paper. So let's float the fucking kite with paper up there. The lightning will hit the kite with paper. Didn't work. What's the next thing lightning hits?
Metal?
Churches. You're exactly right.
Oh.
There's a lot of metal
okay,
in
got
churches,
it.
right? The crosses
Yeah,
at the top, they got metal in them. So I decided, hey, let's float a key up there. Put the kite with the paper made out of wood, the key made out of metal, bang, lightning. Of course, I wasn't going to do that myself. I sent my kid out to do it first,
Oh.
I got an afternoon off. He had something to do, and everything turned out fine.
Oh, okay.
The problem was, lightning hit the kid. He got a little zapped. No big deal. Didn't really work out a way to capture the lightning, though, and keep the electricity. But I proved it could be done, and I think that's the important thing.
And your kid it was totally fine?
I mean, as far as kids go, yeah, he's fine.
Yeah, I mean, he's got like, 14, 15 to go around. They're fine. They're fine. Who cares? Who's keeping track?
After a while, man, you fucking lose count. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're all the same. You get one out, one gets hit by lightning, one gets buried in your yard in London. Things happen. What are you going to do?
Wait, what?
Yeah, what was that?
Well, put yourself in my shoes.
Uh-huh.
You go from the colonies, you go back to London. You're in London.
Okay.
You have meetings till like 4:30. They drink a lot of tea in London. They take a lot of breaks. You're bored. But then you're at home. You're doing nothing. Of course, you bury like 15, 16 bodies in your garden. That's what you do, right?
What?
Oh,
You guys are on my side with that.
this is news to me. I'm sorry, I didn't hear about the bodies, Ben.
Oh, good. I'm glad. You didn't hear about it. We hit them pretty well. It was a little hole that we had in the garden, a little secret room down there in the London. It actually wasn't me. It was a bunch of dead bodies I was holding for a friend of mine.
Oh.
I had this landlady. She had a son. He was very into anatomy. I mean, Clayton, I was very into anatomy myself. You know what I'm talking about? But I had a different methodology. There you go.
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean.
So he was a curious kid. I thought, you know what? I want to encourage this kid. I want to get him into science. I had already electrocuted one of my own kids. I thought, I got to take a different approach on this. So I thought, okay, what do you want to do? What are you interested in? He said, I'm interested in medicine. I'm interested in anatomy. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I don't even know. Thomas Jefferson, he was the Latin guy. That guy would fucking talk Latin at the drop of a hat. He'd just do it to show off.
Boo.
Anyway, we didn't know a lot about it at the time. So I said, hey, this apartment, it's between a couple of graveyards. There's a morgue nearby. Maybe you could steal some bodies, study them, and then just, bury them in the garden, as one does.
Okay.
This is okay. I just looked this up. This is real.
Yeah, of course it's real.
That's that's news to me. You've been a wild man, Ben.
And they were just dead bodies?
Yeah, cool, Chris, it's another thing that I invented. Public relations, my friend. Not everything makes it into the history books.
Yeah.
And to be clear, Ben, I'm really throwing out a life raft here. They were dead when you found them, right?
I mean, they were declared dead. How does that sound? Is that a nice way to say that? Listen, guys.
Yeah.
It was a different time, okay? It was a different time.
Yeah, but
Different time. Well, yeah, of course.
okay.
It's cool, man.
It wasn't that different of a time. But,
Chris, just move on to the next question.
okay, yeah. Wait. Hold up. Is that a bird?
Your eyes and ears do not deceive you, Chris. That is indeed a bird. It's the money bird, because we're about to talk about our sponsors this week. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Hey, Chris, you look a little down in the dumps. You look a little sad. You okay, buddy?
I am a little sad.
Oh, what's going on?
Well, I'm in hell.
That's true. Well, maybe you would benefit from the services of BetterHelp. They are an online therapy provider. They're great, I gotta say, I've had experience with therapy, and it's helped me through a lot,
Really? You've taken therapy?
Oh, yeah, why is that so surprising? I have a lot of family problems going on, like sometimes I'm walking around, my mom, Lucifer, or my brother, Satan, and, I feel like I'm just kind of wearing a mask, and I'm just not being my true self, but therapy is something that can, help you out. And if you're thinking of starting therapy, well, you should give BetterHelp a try.
And it's completely online?
That's right. Yeah, it's designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited for your schedule.
Okay, so what if I match with a therapist and I don't like them?
Well, I mean, hopefully that won't happen. You just got to fill out a brief questionnaire. Then you get matched with a licensed therapist. And if you want to switch therapists, you can do it anytime for no additional charge. No big deal.
Wow.
Yeah. So if you're like me and you're kind of wearing a mask around people and you feel like you want to be a better, more authentic version of yourself, you want to give therapy a try, well, take off the mask with BetterHelp. You can visit betterhelp.com/goodmorning today to get 10% off your first month.
Yeah, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/goodmorning.
Thanks for sponsoring us, BetterHelp.
This episode is also sponsored by Hero Forge. Hero Forge offers fully customizable tabletop miniatures with dozens of fantasy species and thousands of parts to choose from. Clayton, I know you've been using it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I would recommend it for any of our listeners that are like big tabletop RPG players, or, maybe theoretically, you've been trying to work with the government of hell to erect a statue in your honor because of all of your contributions to hell, me being the number one podcaster in all of hell, and then they refuse to do it. So then I go to Hero Forge, and then they'll make me a statue. It's like 2 inches tall, but it's still really cool. So
yeah, well, they have different sizes.
That's true.
Yeah, and you're able to completely customize it. It's like a 3D in-depth character creator. I mean, you have every detail. It looks identical to you. It's really cool.
Oh, yeah, no, it looks just like me. I mean, I used their online, easy-to-use design tools that let me build the perfect miniature. It's fully 3D. I even printed it out in color, so you can see the red of my skin and my eyes. Ooh.
And you have little accessories. That's cool.
Oh, yeah, dude. I mean, this thing is covered in stuff. I mean, he's got like a machine gun, giant sword, an RPG on his back. He's got a guitar. I'm huge. I'm muscular. I'm built. It's all super easy to build.
And Hero Forge is constantly expanding their catalog. They have new parts every week and new species and new things. So, it's something you can always check up on and see what has been added.
Yeah, and their design tool is super easy, and you can also just download it. If you want to have the model files because you have a 3D printer at home, you can do that as well.
Yeah, so tabletop games or just collecting things or just like gifts. If you want to do a gift for someone, they're very cool, custom miniatures. Visit HeroForge.com to start designing your own custom miniature today and check back often. New content is added every week.
That's right. Go to HeroForge.com and use code GOODMORNING to get 5% off all orders of physical miniatures.
Yeah, HeroForge.com using code GOODMORNING to get 5% off all orders of physical miniatures. Thank you so much, Hero Forge, for supporting us and sponsoring us, and everyone go check them out because they're awesome.
Yeah, thanks for the tiny statue that I get to use, to honor me.
Yeah.
And all my cool wisdom and strength and sword using.
Oh, all right. Well, there goes the bird. Bye-bye, bird.
Bye, bird. So, okay, all right. Talking about like inventions and stuff like that, going back to that subject.
Yeah.
I heard you created like bifocals. Like, tell us about all that stuff.
Well, okay. First, we had the monofocal, right? That's the one lens, right? Where do you go from there?
Two.
Bifocals,
Yeah.
trifocals.
Trifocal?
Let me tell you something, man. We didn't live as long back then. I did not get to express all of my genius in the focal industry before I died. It's one of the great regrets of my life. Where I was really going, I was going to work my way down through the alphabet until I get to X focals. Would you care to guess what those do?
I couldn't tell you, man. I'm not that brilliant. Where was it going?
What's the number one deterrent for looking at naked ladies? Clothing, right?
Okay.
You're with me so far.
Sure.
Pair of glasses, they look straight through clothing. X focals.
Uh-huh.
I'm telling you, don't steal the idea, guys. Don't steal the idea.
That's so smart.
Who wouldn't want a pair of X focals?
I mean, I'd take 5, I mean, personally, that sounds like you sold, If this is Shark Tank, boom, I'm investing. That's awesome.
Yeah.
You have literal Shark Tanks down here, right?
Oh, yeah, of course. I'm talking about the show, but I mean, yeah, no, Chris visits the Shark Tanks constantly, right, Chris?
Yeah, that was the first place we went to
as soon as we got back down.
Do some research on starting a business.
Yeah.
So tell me, guys, let me ask you guys, what's your business plan? You guys came to the source. I'm one of the original founding fathers. Started banger of a country.
Yep.
Hey, Clayton, I'm on the money. I don't need any more, brother. I won't even charge you guys for consulting. Tell me your business idea. I want to hear it.
Oh, what a steal. Okay, so Chris and I, podcasting, all right?
Yeah.
Podcasting.
Ah, Jesus. Okay.
There's not that many in hell.
And then we're also like, like merchandise, like shirts, like a web store, and then a Patreon, where people like send us money for stuff.
Yeah.
Podcasting, an e-store, merchandise. All right. Just for clarity, you guys live in 2008, right? That's where you guys are alive.
Last I checked, I think it's 2024.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well, I'm sure you guys will do fine.
Okay. Cool.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Let me give you an idea.
Yeah?
This is right off the top of my head here.
Okay. Right off that dome. Right off that bald dome.
You take your podcast. You go across the Atlantic Ocean. You go to France.
Okay.
You go to London.
Yeah.
You get a bunch of groupies, right?
Uh-huh.
Maybe one of you catches syphilis. Maybe.
Okay.
Chris, I think you're ripe for that, I think.
Yep.
Sure.
Now, Clayton, just to be clear, he doesn't have to have sex with anybody in order to get syphilis. You could just get a jar of it and throw it in his face.
Oh, good to know. Okay.
Do that for like 3 or 4 months.
Uh-huh.
You come back to the U.S., guess what you've got at that point in time? Guess what you've got on your hands?
I mean, a lot of syphilis for sure.
Yeah.
And a revolution, my friends. A media revolution.
Oh.
You get 5,000 or 6,000 backwoods dudes with guns who are mad about the government and taxes, and you just go hog fucking wild. Let me tell you something from experience. That's a party, pal.
Chris, write that down. Write that down, Chris.
So just
5,000
start
dudes.
a
That's right.
guns,
syphilis.
guns, and syphilis.
Let me ask you a question. I haven't been to America in a long time. I haven't been there in a while. Are there a lot of people who live in the country with a lot of land, a lot of guns, and they're really fucking stupid?
Well, yes. I mean, that would be. It hasn't changed that much then.
Yeah, it sounds like
yeah,
about the same.
fantastic. Those are my boys.
Yeah.
Fucking go crazy with them.
That's awesome. All right, we're writing this down.
Yeah.
This is good stuff. Okay, your face is on the $100 bill. So, like, were you like the 100th president? Or
First of all,
What?
dude, let me tell you something. Everyone thinks I'm a president. Not a president. Never was a president. That's by design, pal. Listen, they tried to offer it to me. They said, look, Ben. My friends call me Ben.
Yeah.
Presidency, what do you think? I was like, no way, man. It's too much responsibility. Everyone thinks I'm a president. I didn't have to do any of that stuff. You know what I like to say? I got all of the booty, none of the duty. That's how I like to put it.
that's good
Yeah.
stuff. That's good
Okay.
stuff.
Hey, you guys
I will
wanna-
write that down.
You guys want to hear behind the scenes about the money thing?
Give us the scoop, bro.
Yeah.
Let's go.
We're coming up with this money stuff, right? We're not going to go with the pound. Fuck that thing.
Yeah.
No, we want the dollar. So who's going to go on what, right? You know what they
Yeah.
offered me to begin with?
I don't know. Coins? Yeah, I don't know.
A shilling. And not even
shilling.
a full shilling, a half shilling. I was like, get the hell out of here with that. You know what I did?
What?
I said, put me on the $100 bill. They said, Ben, this is 1776. There is no $100. Nobody has $100. But I think about the goddamn future. Who's going to be using a shilling 50 years, 100 years from now? Nobody. I was thinking ahead. I said, put me on the 100. They go, we're not even going to print that probably for centuries. I'm like, I don't give a shit. You wait and see. Now, what do you see? Music videos, strippers. Whose name? My name. All the time.
Ben Franklin, everywhere.
Who talks about Jefferson? Get out of here.
Nobody.
Get out of here. Nobody. Lincoln? Forget that guy. Johnny come lately.
Yeah.
Forget about him. No way. Benjamins. That's
Yeah.
what everyone says. Benjamins.
Hell yeah. Oh, yeah.
So the other founding fathers, or were they founding daddies too, or was that just you?
Yeah, give us the scoop on those dudes.
I like to call them the co-founding daddies. They were there. They had their little pens in the paper, and they had some ideas or whatever. Yeah, and we threw them some bones. They got to put some stuff in. Everybody got to sign the document. It was a lot of fun, and everybody had a good time. But yeah, we all know who was really like lifting the heavy weights. We all know.
And I just want to clarify, because you did have a bunch of dead bodies in your backyard. You said you threw them bones. They were literal bones, right?
No, they're not literal bones, Chris. What do you think? I shipped over bones from the 50 or 60 people, maybe 70 that I killed in my garden in London? No, I'm not going to do that. Think of the shipping, pal.
Okay.
So, okay, well, like give us some insight. Like, what's the dealio with John Hancock? Why name so big? Why first on the Declaration? What's up with that dude? Did he have to, like, take a shit or something?
What an asshole. Am I right? Just signs his name so gigantic. Look, I think the motherfucker couldn't count. He knew how many of us were there. You ever make a poster and you go to write it, and then the last 5 letters you're making super small because you reach the edge of the paper?
Yeah.
That's that fucking guy. That's what he's like. He writes his name so goddamn big. The rest of us, we got to show up and we got to squeeze in on the margins because of fucking Hancock. Get out of here. You know, Hancock, that's actually a nickname. Hancock. That's mine. I came up with that. You know what his real name is?
What?
John Greenberg.
Greenberg.
Yeah, guess what we caught him doing with old Hancock.
Wow.
I thought you were about the sexual revolution and freedom and stuff.
Yeah, but you never pass up a chance to give somebody a good nickname, Chris. I mean, come on.
All right, no, that's fair.
It's fair.
Chris, let me tell you
So-
something. It's all about showing dominance at all points in time. That's what people respond to. They just want to know that you're confident and you show dominance. You understand what I'm saying, Chris?
I think so.
I don't think he does.
Chris, this is why I'm on the highest denomination of currency. This is why. This is free information. This is gold I'm giving you. Gold. This is $100 bills lying out of my ass.
Wow. Wait, I didn't. You literally can do that. That's actually very impressive.
He's
Wow.
bending over to the desk right now, and they're flying. Wow.
It's like one of those money booths at the mall. Go.
Oh my God! I'm trying to grab them all, but they're also sticky.
But this is good. We can use this. This is what I'm talking about.
The down payment. That's very generous of you, Ben. Wow.
My pleasure. And boys, the syphilis is free. I'm throwing that in for you.
Oh God, Chris,
Gratis.
take my bills. Take my bills.
I'm making a joke there. Obviously, I don't have syphilis. Obviously, I don't. You know where that story started?
I couldn't imagine.
I slept with these 2 women in France. Sylvia and Phyllis. And somehow, I think it was fucking Hancock, turned that into I have syphilis. Somehow. I don't have fucking syphilis. No, that's not how I roll. See, that's 2 women, Chris. 2 women at one time. You know what the French call that?
Menage a
They call it a threesome.
trois. Oh.
God, you're such a square. You're embarrassing me in front of Ben. You know, it's like I brought my cool friend in here, and you're such a square, Chris.
No.
You could learn a thing from Tour for this guy.
No, Chris, don't take that from him. Listen, squares make the world go round. Do you think I could have gone and been ambassador to France, ambassador to London, possible serial killer? Do you think I could have done all these things if I didn't have Jefferson back home, sitting at his desk, writing out all the Declaration of yada yada and the Constitution of the... No, I couldn't do that stuff. I'd have to do that stuff myself, man. Let me tell you something, Chris. People like you make the world go round. You're the real heroes, Chris. People like you.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Ben. Clayton.
Oh, I'm not going to
Don't you-
compliment you. I mean, this is the first compliment you've gotten in some time. I'm going to have to. I'll remember this. We're going to have to, make sure that I, knock you down a few pegs via pegging. So,
Hey, Clayton.
Ben, yeah.
Dorks. Am I right? Dorks.
And they make the world go round. Am I right?
Get to work, pal.
Ben, this has been eye-opening stuff. I mean, any last-minute bits of advice that you can give us as we continue on this show and we start this new, company?
Fellas, as you know, down here in hell, there are a lot of people who did TED Talks. It's like 99% of people who did TED Talks, they're down here.
Okay.
There's a great one that I love for building an audience online. How to start a movement, right? And I'm going to give you my takeaways on that.
Okay.
When you have people who follow you, those first followers, you have to honor them. You have to realize that those first people in your community, they teach other people what it takes to follow you. They are the people who build the community. And they get up to 10 people. Then they get to 20 people.
Okay.
Then they get to 100 people. That's when the magic starts to happen.
Right.
That's when you invite them over to your garden in London.
Okay.
And you can bury all of their bodies in the garden in London.
Oh,
That is my advice to you.
that's wow. And we
Yeah.
got that for free. Wow. Benjamin
Yeah.
Franklin, crazy stuff, man. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me on. And honestly, I appreciate the opportunity to set the record straight on me as the founding daddy of America. I'm glad you guys gave me that opportunity to talk about that today. I really appreciate it.
That's it was an honor and a privilege, sir. I'm gonna just stand up and I'm gonna salute you as you leave the door. Chris, stand up and salute him.
Yeah.
There he goes.
Yeah. He's a general.
You guys want another run at the Moneymaker? You want it? Here we go. Another run. Here you go.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, it's in my eyes.
That's it. That's all you get. All right, I'm out of here.
Wow. Chris, baby, we're back, man. We got some good stuff. We got some good stuff from Ben Franklin there. That's, wow.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
This isn't real money.
This is fake money?
This is
he
fake
gave
money.
us a bunch of, okay. Yeah, you know, now that I'm looking at it, this is Party City money.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch, he got us. Okay, well, hey guys, thanks for listening. We're so glad to be back. We couldn't be here without you guys, and we're super excited to see what the future holds for Good Morning from Hell. Chris, hit them with their socials. Where can they find us?
At Morning from Hell, anywhere on the internet. And then we have a YouTube now. Good Morning from Hell, so look us up.
We got a website too, right?
GoodMorningFromHell.com. It's a thing now.
We're gonna have some store stuff. We're gonna be posting some merch. Hey, future's bright, or it's dark for Chris, because he's in hell.
Yeah.
And he's stuck with me.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Now, Clayton.
We are back. Thank you so much for tuning in for our first relaunched episode. We could not be happier to be taking the show independent from Rooster Teeth.
That's right. I don't know if you're familiar with what happened. Our former parent company, Rooster Teeth, shut down. Very unfortunate. But fortunately, we were able to reclaim the rights to a lot of our beloved properties, Good Morning from Hell included amongst them. And so Chris and I decided that we love this show so much that we wanted to bring it back. This has always been a passion project of ours, so...
And we had time because we lost our jobs. So,
yeah, that's a big factor too. Yeah.
We're obviously still working on our other podcast, Tales from Sticky Dragon. This is just a Blaine and Chris project that we're doing because we love doing it. And I don't know, it's just a creatively fulfilling thing.
Yeah.
So thank you for listening.
Yeah, we love Stinky Dragon. If you haven't subscribed to that or listened to that, please go check it out. That is like our bread and butter. But yeah, like Chris said, this is definitely our baby. You know, this is something that we together birthed. We held hands, we made eye contact.
Yeah.
So to come back and to have total control over this and to be able to bring on all sorts of people, 100 episodes, you know, in the original run.
And for full transparency, we are completely independent with this, and we're basically funding the show using our severance. A big goal of ours was to work with as many people as we could that also lost their jobs. So we're trying to support as many people as possible. So if you're listening and up for supporting us on our Patreon, that would mean a lot to us. It really would.
Our Patreon is going to be a fun place where we're going to post a lot of stuff behind the scenes, but also like a huge way to support us. But word of mouth is also stupendous. But yeah, like we would love to bring in as many people into the fold for Good Morning from Hell, you know, animators, editors, artists, all sorts of folks. So any help on Patreon goes towards that.
Speaking of people who we worked with, when we were talking about the first episode, we were like, we wanted to have Mr. Burnie Burns on because we love working with him. He's always funny, and we never got him on the original show. And we reached out, and Burnie was instantly supportive and wanted to do it. So thank you, Burnie, for coming on. Where can people find you?
Yeah, my pleasure. After all that shit talking about the company that I helped start. You can always find me Monday through Friday on the Morning Somewhere podcast with my beautiful wife, Ashley, as we talk about our day and whatever's going on in the news at that point in time. That's Morning Somewhere.
I'm so stoked to have you back in podcasting, not just on our show, but like having you guys, you know, working on that together. You are such a creative powerhouse. So I knew that it was going to be a matter of time until you came back in some big way. And it seems like that show's going really well, man. So we're stoked for you.
It's really great.
I think we're all kind of in the same boat, right? Well, everyone's like really happy. I think we're all doing, oddly enough, I feel like more work than ever, but I think everyone's happy because everyone's doing their own thing. Like there's nobody that spends any amount of time doing anything that they're not incredibly passionate about. Not a single minute of the day. And I think that's a great thing.
Yeah. I'm grateful for the times that we all had at Rooster Teeth and stuff like that, especially the friendships that we carried along the way. But like, it's a fun era that we're in right
exciting.
now. So
yeah, I'm grateful for 95% of them.
Well, if you want more Good Morning from Hell, the next episode is available right now on our Patreon. So if you go subscribe, you can get the next episode with Eric Bedore as Christopher Columbus. Also, we have another podcast called Why We're Going to Hell, where we interview our guests about the terrible things we do in real life. And let's just say there's a reason we don't want that publicly available to everyone. But we do have over 30 episodes of that show from our back catalog available right now on our Patreon. And the episode with Burnie will be out next week. That's goodmorningfromhell.com or patreon.com/goodmorningfromhell. Thank you so much for coming back to listen after such a long time. It really means the world to us.
Yeah, spread the word. We're back. Give us a look at Patreon. However you can support us. We're just happy to be here. So
Yeah.
see y'all over there.